Welcome. Alrighty, ready. Let's get right to it. So, Hangman is on the screen. It will probably stay there for a little bit, but we will just rocket ourselves right on into game. So, where we are today in game. Hey there, fantastic show, Fox. Very good to see you. Thank you ever so much for playing the Hangman game. Let's jump on into the main scene. Today I'm a little off kilter just because I came all the way down here, hit go, thought everything was fantastic, then I realized, guess what? I'm not wearing my glasses. Then I rocket all upstairs, grab the glasses, come back down, and oh, I didn't take my ADHD meds. So I rocket all the way back upstairs, grab those, take them, come on down here, sat down, went live with you guys just now, and then I discovered, oh yeah, I have my tea, thank heavens, but I forgot my water bottle. I have it, but I didn't fill it. So I'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that at break time because I have tea till then. So it's all good. All right. Just gonna... I guess you have 5 letters. Huh. It's not curried, buried. Hurried. There you go. In a hurry, rushed. Perfect for today. All right. So, we're going to continue the game of Quern and pick up where we left off. I played around with the game just after we got off stream yesterday because it was bothering me. You know how that works with me. However, where'd the mouse go? However, I wanted to show you guys something the moment we get back into the game that I noticed yesterday. And I'll show you in just a split sec what that is, I think, maybe. If the game loads. There we are. All right, we are in game. Okay, we're standing here. No, this is not what I want. Escape. Load game. I want this one. I'll show you how I got to the spot where we just were. So I figured out the pictures we had yesterday, so I'll show you from the book. I'm hearing some thumps and bumps above my head, so I'm not entirely sure what that's all about. Okay, so first things first, we've got these 4 things on the wall with a slot here. And we've got these laser beams, or these light beams, sorry. And I was running around doing my thing and didn't stop to pay attention. This is a creepy skull. I didn't even realize it was skull-shaped till partway through. I was like, oh, yeah, that's neato but creepy at the same time. I mean, it's a metal skull, so we don't have to worry about it being, somebody's skull. But yeah, it's still creepy. However, I was gonna say it has no nose, but then again, human skulls don't have a nose either. But this is far more pronounced mouth ahead of the nose than a human skull would be. It's just a weird shape. Sort of human-esque without being human. Okay, so first things we need here. We need this handle. And when you pull it down, it's going to make these lights light up. Okay, so from our book, where we took sketches, we have this note and this one. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to look at is this piece, because even though we found it second, if I notice, this matches the same set of lights. But I had a bit of an aha here. My son helped me figure it out, actually. So, yay to Flat Cap 42. Awesome. But in any case, he was noting that the symbols here do match, of course, with these, but it wasn't necessarily math as such. it was in order to get each of these symbols, so let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, then here are the combinations for each. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So let's see. Okay. And where is... I'm just saving, or opening up an image that I worked with yesterday. Save. All right. So let's see if we can get the references screen, because that's always helpful. And, oh, sorry. Not what you guys want to see. This. The references. I need that. 1, 2. Let's add a new image. Image, let's go call it Quern 1. That's the game. Why not? It's going to be huge. So you guys will probably see it in just a moment. Desktop. Screenshots. Hello. This one. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so let's go on the live. Let's turn on the references for today. Alright, so we've got this picture. Basically, it's the same thing, right? And I don't know why. Oh, I know what I was doing. Okay. I've labeled things in all kinds of weird ways. But that was off of someone else's picture where they labeled the same thing all in one shot rather than me doing it in two. Which has solutions on it. I didn't realize that had solutions on it. Okay, let's chop that out. Alright, so if we're looking at these lights, right? And we look at the left-hand part of that picture, because it is the sketch from under the what do you call it? Chest lid, I guess. And then the other one is the one with the arrow, except instead of left to right, we go top to bottom, which matches up with the little lights on the handle section. Then what you're going to look at here is to get the first light on top, the one on the top, like top right corner. Then we need to look at the picture on the left and see which pictures have a line going that way. It's not how do we get that one mathematically, it's which lights have one on there. So if we say top right, we have light 1, 2, 3 from the top, and 1, 2 from the bottom. So let's try that. So we go, this one goes down to go up. And this one, come on, down. So those two match the picture, which part has diagonal lines. Okay, so if I run around here and pull this handle, the top light goes on. So let's go ahead and finish up that puzzle then, which makes a lot of sense. Right? So for the second one, we need the one with the two vertical lines. So that means the right-hand one needs to be at the top, and the left-hand one needs to stay where it is. So let's just pull this then. There's the second light. So third is two horizontals, which means the left on the top and the right on the bottom. So let's go here, around the thing. The left should be on the top. And the right has to go all the way to the bottom. Okay, that, I believe that matches. Yeah, horizontals, but here we go. Now solving this puzzle to get that key, oh, it was like a wind-up tag. That's all I've done, so I don't know what goes on after that. I don't have any clue. So let's finish this one off with the horizontal, or horizontals, the bottom one, I guess, whatever is left leading, which would be the left column on the top and the right column second from the top. So we've got to make this one go all the way back up again. Not all the way, sorry. A lot of the way back up again. One more. Awesome. All right. Pull this, that fourth light, and there. That's the key thing. So what I'm just gonna do is just get rid of the reference picture. Excuse me. Let's go this and
Hello.
hello. Good to see you, Zach. How are you? Yeah, this definitely isn't Minecraft. I'll give you that for sure and for certain. I'm just getting rid of a reference screen. There we go. So this one is called Quern, Quern, or it could be Quern. I'm not really sure. And it's one of those, like, if you've ever played the Mist or Riven series by Cyan, this is a similar concept. And there we go. And so we have to solve the puzzles to do the thing. What do we do now? Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's fairly similar. This one appears to be a standalone, as in there's another game coming from the company, but it doesn't. It seems to imply that it's not a what do you call it? A sequel to this one. And we're running decently framed at the moment. Got about 64 frames running successfully, 64, 66. That's through motion, which is nice. I was running a little higher, or trying to run a little higher yesterday, and yeah, like the graphics were not cooperating. Ooh, new area discovered. Alright, Guess I'll use my usual pattern and go to the left. But, Zach, what was it that you ended up finishing up work on yesterday? I wasn't able to stay right to the very end of the stream. I had a good time, but, like, while I was there. Okay, well, if I can take stuff, I'll take it, and then we'll figure out what to do with it later. It's a listening horn. What's it listening for? Less impressive stuff yesterday by recent standards. Well, okay, yeah, but I mean, everybody's got to do some less impressive stuff from time to time. I mean, there's plenty of times where you've seen people grinding, or they'll be, on stream chatting, and unfortunately they've got to go mine boxes and boxes of sand. I mean, it happens. Okay, so that pulling the handle made this blow air, and the jug fit here. Let's see. These four. Oops. This one. Okay. So if I was to put one of those here, and then what does it do? What does it do? Oh! Okay, let's see. Let's put another one. Let's put it here. Just see what this does from separate. Oh, they make different noises. Okay. Okay, so being as that shape in the back on the door is a listening horn of sorts. Basically it's like a... Have you ever seen one of the old RCA Victrola things? The ad was very commonly seeing a dog sitting near a Victrola record player. This is the speaker horn for it, but it can also be very similar to the shape that you see in a very old, Victorian or previous old-fashioned ear trumpet. And with an ear trumpet, you just have a horn shape like this, and the sounds get funneled inwards. So if that's pointing here, then my guess is it's probably an auditory lock of some sort. The last puzzle game you did was Odyssey. Ooh, I should try that one. I should check that. Look it up. Let's see. So I'm just gonna write that down. Game Rec Odyssey Puzzler. Here we go. So I got myself a whiteboard, just a little tiny whiteboard, and I'm writing my hints and notes and whatever on it as we go. Botany Manor. Ooh, okay. And I'll just put Botany Manor and a little star next to that one. Yeah, I do love these kinds of games. They're not great for viewership, but sometimes you just need a break from Minecraft. And I was working on I was working on a what do you call it? If I can remember the words, that would help. I was working in Dadcraft 73's base. Or not base, sorry, multiplayer server. There you go. That's the words. I was working on a base theme around the Beatles' Yellow Submarine, and like specifically the Yellow Submarine movie and a lot of things to it. And I stalled out when I started working on a 3D version. Okay, there's another jug. A 3D version of the Dreadful Flying Glove that was controlled by the Blue Meanies. And the Dreadful Flying Glove just really got me because I'm not very good at organic shapes. I mean, that one's not super organic, but I got so picky and frustrated by it that I sort of stalled, which is disappointing because we don't have many weeks left in our season. Then I tried some modded from his modded server, and the server had some problems. So I thought, okay, well, I'll play it solo. That's fine. Well, I got to a point where it's okay, but I was taking it super duper slow, and it felt like very much like I was doing everything over again, which really I was. So I just needed a bit of a break from those sorts of things for a while. Big deal. It happens. It happens, you know. It's like a bit of a headspace thing. What is this? I wonder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I wonder if that's music. So I'm going to take a sketch of this one. So if I hit P, it does a sketch in my notebook. I've actually never played Portal. I've watched people play Portal. I've watched some of my favorite YouTubers play Portal. And my head would be very much like a YouTuber by the name of the Pigglesworth. He played Portal. And so I'm very familiar with it. Pardon me. And it's crossed my mind to play it. I kind of like these sort of separate otherworldly type things first, more so than a game that gives you the creepy background vibe like it's trying to kill you, even though it kind of isn't, because you can always respawn. But yeah, it makes you think a little bit of when people talk about say Skynet, and they say that Skynet is going to take over the world, and robots will take over the world whether we want them to or not, and then eventually there's no rule that says they can't harm humans. I mean, even your major character that goes with you, I suppose, in Portal, seems to be rather shocked that they're not a human and that they're in a sort of semi-robotic, I don't know, I wouldn't say body, but system that follows you around. Yeah, I think part of it is I would bang my head on the wall for things. One of the other disadvantages to Portal, not a huge deal, but because I get motion sick with games that change my perspective, there are some where you really have to worry about, in essence, gravity. So you don't go in a portal and necessarily come out oriented the same way you started with. You're kind of twisted and flipped. It's not really a gravity thing, but so for example, if I was to use this window as a portal, right? If you go out the window, you wouldn't necessarily come back in, facing the same orientation, right? You might put a thing here, and then like to go out, and then wherever you're in one come in. It might instead be going down like this direction. You might actually end up having to like put it on the floor to bounce out or wherever, and so those two things sometimes disorient me. I'm not saying I'll never play it, but I'm not sure that I've exhausted enough of the other games of the styles I like to play that one. But I mean, another part of it is bit of a been there, done that, I guess you could say, for many Portal people. So it's not necessarily new unless it's comparative. So as you said, people told you did that so much better than I did. And I've joked for years off and on that I'm a bit of a perma noob. I will read the letter in just a second. I'm a bit of a perma noob, and what I mean by that is that I tend to play games as though I'm a newbie all the time, which isn't great because playing a game like you're a noob means you're banging your head on the wall a little bit and doing things that people go, isn't that dead obvious? And you'll even see in this Quern game, or in the one I was playing immediately previous called Gordian Rooms, there were some very should have been dead obvious things that I was just running right by, completely spacing and not seeing. I mean, I could assume that it's me trying to not be distractible because of my ADHD, but, you know, it could just be being oblivious. And the flip side of that is I'm often queen of the obvious, so that doesn't help anybody either. Okay, so now we're in this room. I'm going to read the letter, but I didn't want to pick it up before because it has an auditory thing where it can read it to you, so I'd rather not mess with it.
I hope you enjoyed the ride. Unfortunately, the boat was only designed to get you here. This is the place where I dive deeper into learning about the vegetation of the island. Though herbology and chemistry were far from my original expertise, by studying the experiments, recipes, and manuscripts of the Dulmarians, I had everything I needed to master these arts. At the time, I thought the opportunity this place offered me was a blessing. I was a wanderer back then, who always enjoyed being alone. I've never been a people person. Though I was undoubtedly on my own, sometimes I had the strange feeling that someone or something was watching me.
Well, gee, that one hits home a little bit. A little bit. But they're talking about herbology and chemistry. Okay, so we're talking herbs and chemicals from herbs. So I have picked up, let's see, we've got a vial, which I can look at. Assuming I'll be able to unstopper it when we need to. Okay, can I grab this end? Yeah, okay. I've got, there's another one of those jugs. And there's my glow torch. Okay, so 2 more sound jugs. All right, and then that makes 4. There's no one. 5. These have stripes on them. I wonder. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's 6 lines here. Now, if you're talking about a traditional musical staff for humans, it's only 5 lines. However, if you're thinking about things from, let's say, the perspective of a standard guitar, that's 6 strings. So if I look at these as the strings of a guitar, maybe different frets, I'm not entirely sure, but if I look at it as the strings of a guitar, and I note that the 2 jugs we've already played have different notes, I wonder if this is the musical combination for the other piece. But I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I got 5 jugs. And I hope that's it, because that'll really throw me if there's 6. 5. Any more jugs around here? 5. Okay, I want to play with this room, but now that I've got the pieces for that other piece, that other puzzle, actually, let's just play with this room while we're here. Okay, so these appear to be, can't do anything with that at the moment. Doesn't want to let me spill it, whatever it's doing. Okay. These are clear crystals. Okay, great. There's a clear crystal. It's that goop. Doesn't look like those. Okay. Oh, this. I think I'm gonna need it, whatever it is, so let's grab a copy of that in the sketchbook. So we've got 1, 1, and 2 times that. But there's 4 names up here. That's not good. Okay, what does this do? Oh, great. So, okay, I've got in here this thing. It's a key to some door. I don't know what it is. But there's another one of these with 2 little metal, I'm going to call them flanges. You have me on pins and needles, Zach. And you chose to spell the name right, too, which is helpful. Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. Truth is, there are days it's very hard to accept. And just because of a bunch of different really things. But what it boils down to, I've discovered recently, I got a name for it. Yay! Is the ADHD, which isn't super strong per se, because I don't get every symptom of them, but the long story short is I've got what's called internalized ableism. So basically over the years, people have told me that because I wasn't behaving the way normal people do, that I wasn't worth anything, pretty much, you know, or get told you'll never amount to much. So I just got to the point where I was always comparing myself to other people, because I mean, you know, employers do it, well, friends don't, but teachers will, parents unfortunately will, etc., etc. So I got this notion in my head that ableism is, you know, being anti-disabled people. And I wouldn't say I'm disabled as such, but it does make it difficult for me to do things the way other people do. It's like this internalized notion, which is, so internalized ableism would be against yourself, right? And that's rough. So in any case, that makes it really hard for me to accept compliments and stuff, because it's always, well, I may have done X well, but, you know, I still stink at Y, therefore, and I'm still working with a therapist on trying to beat that, and start to see things that are better. So your advice, your comment really works well. Thank you so much. Okay, so I've got that, and it makes the crystal go away. So for this thing here that's stuck inside a crystal like that, if I can make enough of whatever this goop was and take it back to the other area of the map with me, I can make the crystal part disappear, and maybe that knob thing I need will be left over. I'm hoping this is the recipe, but we've got, I'm going to call this top one Turv, like a capital. Actually, maybe it's an F. We'll call it Ferv. Sure, why not? The second one looks kind of like taxi. Or taxis. I don't know. This is tax something. So let's see. Turv, Ferv, Irv, whatever is great. Oh, that one's empty. Okay, but is this bottom part 1, 1, and 2? Is that how to make this goop? Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Zach. I really, really do. I don't always notice when you're up, but I really would love to raid you more. And you don't necessarily second guess your style. You do some very creative and very amazing things, but you're willing to go out there and try something that's new and different for you. But sometimes it's when you do have to return to a comfort zone item, or something that, like a farm in Minecraft that needs you to be, what's the word? Consistent, I guess, like as in just, but everybody needs everybody needs an iron farm, right? Or just, but everybody needs a gold farm. I have yet to build a gold farm, but I mean, it's a good example. You know, like if I'm solo, I'll need to do that. And I do have a world that's going to be like that. So, in that kind of thing, when you do return to things that everybody needs to build, or the things that are comfortable, then you're very chill about the whole thing. I like that, because it's clear that pieces like that help reset you. You seem, in my mind, you seem to be very good at setting priorities in such a way that it definitely helps you, I would say, sometimes avoid burnout, but also stay stable a little bit in terms of your own work. This looks like a compost bin. I mean, I wonder if it could be. Okay, so I've got 1 green, 1 yellow, and 2 whatever this clear gray stuff is. And I think we've got over here, it's the letter. I hope this is the goop. Smell-o-vision! Woohoo! That's gross. Okay, so this looks like it should open like the other side of this cupboard, but I can't seem to do it. And it's got a code or a thing on it that looks like a lock. So I'm not sure how to open that yet. But I'm thinking these powders, some of them could be red herrings, but they look like the powdered stuff that became those. So what do we need over here? I took a picture, but a sketch. But the sketch doesn't always work in color. So we've got 1 green, 1 yellow, 2 clear or gray or whatever this is. So I'm going to go with that being the clear or gray. This will be the green. This will be the yellow. And then, so let's see. If I've got a spoon, which I picked up, maybe I can put that stuff in here and make more of that stuff. Let's try this. Okay, so let's stick the spoon. I'm gonna use it on this. Okay. So where do I put it? Got the tube, but I don't. Hang on a sec. I do it in inventory. If I'm looking at this, I put it somewhere. Put it here. Oh, okay. What would it be? 1 green. Okay, so let's go back and get a spoonful of green. Okay, and what do we need? 2 clear ones, whatever the heck that is, or gray. Gonna go with this one maybe. 1, 2. I can take this, but then I have nothing to put it in, right? What does this do? Oh. Oh. Okay. So something's... Okay. So, in my inventory, these things seem to power everything. They also seem to have heat. So, I can't put the torch there, but I need another crystal like that. So I'm stalled for this puzzle. I can't make more goop until I've got a crystal like this, but they won't let me pick this one up or those ones up. So I guess I have to go do the mystery music-y puzzle. All right. That was... Uh-oh. That's part of why I go to the left and then go to the right, you know, to try and keep myself stable. Can I go back this way? Ha ha. Thank you very much, by the way. If you have to lurk, cool. If you need to drop in, drop out, always appreciated. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to bring up... Oh, no, not sketch that. Oh, well, it'll work. Let's take this and ditch it because I don't need that. Yes. Okay, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use my... What am I going to do? Oh, let's try it this way. Okay, zoom. We'll do what they're implying. So I'm going to draw it on my whiteboard, and then that way I can look for the jugs that would fit that note. So good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And first will be third note up. 5th, 1st, 6th, 2nd. So nothing happens on the 4th. Interesting. Okay. So, not like you guys really need to see it, but yeah. There's my cheesy little sketch note. You can sort of see it there. Upside down, apparently, or something. But let's use that and get ourselves these notes. Now, what I'm thinking is each of these jugs has a different value. But until I test them all, I don't know what the various notes are. so I'm gonna have to just guess and do a lot of rearranging. That one. Okay. So let's... Actually, maybe I'll do 2 at a time. Then I can sort by high and low and figure out which one goes where as we go. Okay, so we're gonna start with this weird hourglass shaped one and see what it sounds like. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is put one more on here. Oh, come on. And then I'll figure out whether it's higher or lower, and then just keep resorting as though everyone... We'll get it right eventually, but everyone needs to be where it is. Okay, so we've got... That's lower. Okay. So that could be 3. Or like the 3rd bottle. Okay, so... That means that to start with, this one being lower than the other one, we'll put it here. We'll find out if it's the lowest. Okay, we want to get the 3rd one because everything goes to... Well, if we're looking down at this crystal as the center, and everything seems to be going clockwise. Or no, sorry, counterclockwise. So I need to put one here, I think. Okay, let's try again. Come on, close enough. There we go. Oh, it goes clockwise, sorry. Okay, so... Got them backwards. For one thing. Let's put this round one I just had over there. And this one seems quite high. So that might be bottle 4 if this is 1. So this would be 3. Okay, so let's grab this one, which is quite high. So 1, 2, that one was lower. And then the 4th one was higher. Oh, this one. The blue glow you're getting is from this set of crystals on a rod. It allows me to fluoresce paint. Made out of the, I think it's made out of the clear crystals, but anyway, it allows me to fluoresce that paint, and it just keeps being in my inventory in a very annoying position. Okay, so now we need to test these two and see where they are compared to everything else. Let's put that one here and see what it does. Oh! So this one's way lower. I have to figure it again. So we've got, so if this hourglass shape is 1, or bottle 1. Middle, high, way deep. Way deep was 3rd. So this one, 1, 2. So this one is here. I just need to... Okay. And that was way high, I think. So way high was 4th. 1, 2, 3. Let's try that over here. So this one. Okay, that's not right. Obviously. So this one's lower. That one's not bad. So this should probably be... Let's try this one being the round one. Let's try here. And let's put this one, or sorry, you're not really seeing which one. This one is this one there. And then we'll put the severely hourglass shaped one here. Let's see what we got. Nope, that's not right. Okay. I wish we had a place we could line these up. Let's try it one more time, because I think I need to figure out which one I need to move. So I think this third one is right, but I'm good with music, but not this way. Okay, I have to take this one out and just listen to the other four, because I think this one's really throwing me. So I get it in my head, and then that one comes around and I can't seem to pull it. Let's try this again. Okay. So... okay, so we should have... It's part of it is that these don't fit regular notes, right? This is way down. This is way up. So this one should be... We should have a... From slot 1, we should actually have a sort of mid-range note. So I'm going to try taking this one out. Let's move this one here. And we need to have one higher than that. Let's try this. Oh, nope. You go here. And then on this other side, try that one. And then this one. Let's see what that does. Nope, that's wrong. So this one's the only one I'm confident is in the right spot, because it's the highest. And we need the second lowest in this spot. Let's just look for that. Let's try this one over there. Let's see what that does. Oh, stop going to the blue. Let's do that again, because it doesn't seem to have done the door. Huh. I'm really confused. Let's try some more time. So we've got... Okay, if this one... It's this one and this one, I think, might be backwards. So let's try swapping them and see what we get. Doesn't quite fit. Let's see. No. The shapes are frustrating because it's not something I can easily like reference in a sketch or a drawing. Okay. So one more time. This one. That one. Way low, okay. Way high, yep. In my brain, that should work. Okay, let me get a screen cap of this and throw it up as a reference. I'm gonna get a screen cap of the wall because it's just easier. Okay, should be reasonable. Print screen. This one. Save into that folder. Call it something else. All right. So we're going to go into the references thing. References. I'm going to reuse the one I had before. Rename. Because I only need one puzzle picture at a time, so let's do this. Properties. So I'm setting it up so that you guys can see this as well. Hopefully, cross my fingers, this will work. No guarantees. Wow, it's a bit big. Okay, that should work. So let's go back in game. I'll go back over there and we'll turn this thing on so you guys can see it, and yeah. And I can't write on it, I'm afraid. Not on screen unless I don't think I have another feed for something I can write on. Would be nice. I'll see if I can figure that out next time I play these games because I'm going to do something like this for our stream weekend. Okay, so I need to just make it visible. Live. References. I'll probably make a button so I can do the reference visibility thing on screen as well. Okay, so we've got... If you look at the letters, I'm going to number them just because we can. Oh, we'll have an ad when the ad actually comes through. Then we'll take a quick break and play some words on stream, and then we shall come back. But in the meantime, we have, if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the first one that plays would be this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then each of the jugs should be higher or lower than the rest. Now, what I'm probably going to do is, being as each of these slots fit 1 through 5, I guess I'm going to have to come up with letters for each of them. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Okay. Do I have... Actually, can I? I'm just going to try something off my iPhone. See if I can get the iPhone thing to work. I don't think this is going to work. It doesn't usually, but, you know. Oh, actually. Yeah, I don't have the cap card going. But I should. Okay, I've got an idea to do another time, but let's see if I can get this working. Nope, not on this time. Okay, that's not going to work. What I was hoping I could do is make my iPad a whiteboard and not without the cap card going. And I think I've got the cap card files. Give me one split second. When we get to break, I will mess around with it for the duration of break, and then we'll see what we can do. But in the meantime, so we've got... Yeah, so in the meantime, it sounds like we've got a bunch of jugs going. Now I'm trying to figure out, if we listen to the various sounds, to me it sounds like this should be correct, but this door is not triggering. So something isn't right about this pattern. And I want to try and see if we can make it right. Okay. Let's see. Let's put that down in the bottom corner for now. A little easier for me to not be in the way, I suppose. All right. So I'm going to pull the handle and see what we get. Seems to work so far. So far, so good. So far, so good. So I'm wondering if the bottom two, the one that would be, oh, it's not capturing mouse. Great. Okay. I'm wondering if the bottom two notes were backwards from each other, which would be the one that we've got here and the one 2 jugs over. So let's go over there. Oop. And see if we can take this out and swap them. See it. Oh, oh. And see how that turns out. Okay. So pull it again. Nope, that's not right. So I'm trying to figure out what is wrong about it. So we've got middle note.
Ads are starting, which means it's break time. Thank you for your patience and stream support.
Okay, so what we need to do is go straight into break and figure out where we are after break. So let's try that, and we'll just get ourselves into a bit of a words on stream fix for just a moment and see where things come back. But first things first, let's get this one. Party started! Yay! Log it in. It's always logged out. Every time I start, it's always logged out. Not sure quite why, but I think it's session based. Alright, so let's start this one. Alright, and Fantastic Sherlock Fox, you should be able to trigger that next round. I'm just curious if that works properly. Kind of difficult when I'm not actually helping with that. That's not great. So that's not what I wanted. Huh. Okay, I'm just about back, so I'm going to start the game one more time and we'll see how things go. Well, just have to give it. Alright, well, that didn't work so well. Mine was not mirroring the way I wanted it to. So, not as easy as I thought. We'll just brute force this. I'll figure it out another day. What have we got? Let's see. Okay, I'm just looking to see if there's a quick solution, but look, probably not. Didn't I have... Ah, there it is. Open the wrong app. That would explain a lot. Huzzah, I guess? Wow. Okay. Figured it out. So I'll get this running for you as soon as this game ends. We will rock it back. Oh, nope, can't minimize it. Okay. It's fairly impressive, actually. Alright, so that's the end of that, and we'll get right back to where we need to be. And I am fairly impressed, actually. I don't have any writing tools. I need drawing tools. There we go. Alright, let's get back to live. And I've never done this before, so this is kind of cool that I can do this. Alright, let's rotate this around. There we go. All right, so we have a spot where we can see what's going on. So let's play the version we've got, and then we'll see where it goes. So we'll see what happens to that next sound. So let's play it. Okay, that isn't right, clearly, because the door is still not open. Oh, whoops. Sorry, pause for a sec. I still have the... Come on, out of the game, please. I still have the hangman running in the background, so you're hearing all kinds of weird noises you should not be. This one, this one. Uh-oh. That's not working. Aha, there we go. This. Yes. Okay, great. Now that's working better. We can go back to live. All right, so live, we've got, I'm gonna letter, I guess, the, what's the word? I'm gonna letter the jars, okay? But we're not gonna worry about which one is where. So we're gonna start with just generically A, B, C, D, E, right? So we're gonna go with like, oh, where's my pen? Okay, well, can I finger draw? This one? Oh, we got dates and times. Okay. So it doesn't like the drawing because I bet you my pen's toast. I'm just going to hide this for just a second, and then we'll see if we can get it to cooperate. Where did the references go? No, not that. Stop scrolling on the screen, please. There we go, references. I'll shut this down for just a split sec. And just because I need to double check my charge on this. Okay, and make sure that I'm actually connected to the pencil, because that's a problem too. This one. Okay, great. That should work better. So pencil is fully charged, but it just looks like it wasn't actually Bluetooth connected to things. Yeah, okay. That'll work. Perfect. All right, so let's turn this back on and off we go. This one. All right, so what we're gonna do is letter these, I guess. So I'm gonna take off that bottom one, and we'll just draw it by hand so that we can actually reference it as we go. So we'll turn off this one, and I can move. I'll leave that one for now. Okay, let's go back to live. Okay, so we've got the 6 lines, right? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I know they're short. They're probably more spread out than necessary. Okay, and then we've got dot there. Actually, let's make that a different color. So we'll make that, let's go with red, I guess. And we'll make the line marker a bit thicker. How do I remember how to do that? Oh, nope, not that one. There we go. Let's make it a little bit fatter. So we've got 1, and then 2 was up here. Then 3rd one was down here. 4th one is way up at the top. And 5th one is second from the bottom. Okay, and then we go from, oops, up here. So there we go from 1 to 2, down to 3, then way up to 4th one, then back down to the 5th one, right? So, given that piece, then we need to figure out where these jugs are, right? Now, I honestly thought this one was the first dot. So for convenience sake, I'm going to plug this and call it A. So that. Okay, so something is not right because, did I just twist them? I think I got it going the wrong direction. I thought it was going counter. Okay, let's try this way. So if that's first, that one's higher. That one's higher, lower. This one. So this one, which I thought was the first sound, maybe that's not the first one. Right? Okay. Oh. Hang on a sec. Okay, so if that is the first one, this one, we should go higher. Okay. Way low, yep. Way high. Okay, so really it comes down to which one's lower, this one or this one, I think. So I'm going to try flipping those two and see what happens. Way down, way high. Well, that's not the right combo then. Now, I'm assuming that we go left, I'm assuming that we're supposed to go left to right. But it doesn't say. Thanks for telling me it's unregistered. I'll take care of that after. But it doesn't say. So by not saying, do I possibly have them just purely in the reverse order? Maybe this world reads some stuff from right to left. I mean, the notes the guy is leaving for me in my language are right to left. Sorry, I'm left to right, as a Western reader would. But could it be the other way around? And here's the other thing. So, if this one's first, I honestly thought that was working, right? This one. That one. Way down. Way up. This one. Yeah. And the thing is, they're all marked the same as stripes. It's not like I just do jar with stripe, you know? So... okay, I've got an idea. Can I jump up on this thing? I don't think so. I don't think it'll let me. Yeah, it won't let me. Oh, hey, I can. Okay. Okay, can I get a shot? Here's the airflow thing. Okay, so let's just sketch that. But I'm not sure it's going to help a whole lot. This might be a better point of view for me to be working from when I'm moving things around. I can't reach the lever from here. Let's see, where are we here? Notebook. No, not this picture. This one. Oh, you can't, yeah, you can barely see the bellows tip in the lower left. Okay, that'll actually work. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's jump up again. Come on, will let me? This, come on. There we go, up. Okay, so we can see the bellows in that part of the picture. So then this allows me to do a bunch of funky things. But if I screen cap this to start with, and we want the bellows in the corner. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up all of these jugs. Oh, don't quite want that. Escape. I need to, before I do that, I need to ditch. There we go. One program less. So I'm just screen capping this and then I'll get right back. Ah, oops, I moved. Right back to you guys. What I'd actually just closed there was my on-screen text, because my on-screen version of your chat, it's very helpful, but not so much in this case. All right, so we're gonna save this. Where am I gonna put this? Actually, let's save this one to photos. So I'm saving this one, and I'm going to see if I can open it on my iPad. Yeah. No. Silly thing. There we go. So I'll close this down for just a moment till I see if I can grab that picture. Just there's a lot of what's the word? Photos that would dox me. Yeah, let's put it that way. Enter full screen on this photo. Can I edit? Draw. Markup. Perfect. Okay, so let's bring this back. I'm going to definitely need a button for this. All right, so you can see now that I've got a picture of this in the corner. Now I'm going to need to hide the minimize. Perfect. All right, so we've got stuff in the corner. Now I'm going to pick a color that we can work with here. Let's go with yellow, just because it's convenient. And we'll make the marking pen a bit thicker. Actually, let's do red. And a bit thicker, so we can see it. Okay, so I'm going to letter these. Oh, no. I don't need insert space. Okay, so I'm going to letter these. Let's start from where the tubing is in the bottom left corner. Yeah, so we're going to call that one, that's going to be A, so the next one around is B. Okay. Hello, go away. There we go. So this will be A down here, B, and the one at the top would be C. And then we've got D and E. Oops, come on, E. E? Or not? E. Please? E. Nope. Okay, well, pretend that one's E. A, B, C, D, and unmarked. I guess. I'm just gonna squiggle. Oh, pen stopped connecting. All right. That's fine. And Bluetooth, where are you? Connect to my pencil, please. Pencil. Okay, we're back. I don't know what happened there, but life's like that. All right, A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so we've got them all marked. Now, for the marking, make it a little smaller there. So now we've got the pattern, oops, which I still need on the screen. Reference. Not the one I drew, though, unfortunately. That's not going to work too well. This one. All right, so for that one, if we were to change the jugs around, oh, I know what I needed. I need to get off the this podium and pick up all the jugs. And then we can letter them in our inventory. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5. What I think I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to try and scroll till I can see them all. Yeah, that'll work. And you guys, I know you guys can't see them all. We'll get that reference fixed in just a second. So print screen this. There we go. Save. Screenshots. Where'd I put that? Ah. No. There we go. Screenshots. And Claude. Oh. No. Quern 3. Sure. Why not? All right. So, yeah, iPad's a nice touch. Yeah, well, we'll see how well it works, because, I mean, not sure it's working the way I'd hoped, but we'll get there. Okay, so we've got that screen, and let's see if we can get Quern 2. Let's add another one. So we're going to add a third piece, just so we can really confuse everybody. need an image. Image, there we go. Image. It's confused, but that's okay. Browse. Screenshots. I need this one. Open. Yep. Okay, it's in the way. We'll make it smaller. And we're going to put it on this side. Or right by my head. Sure. Okay. And I'm just going to get really lazy here. And we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? Plain and simple. And that allows us to work with all the jugs we've got handy. And I cannot rearrange them in my inventory without me losing track of where we're at. So I'm going to open another version of that. Actually, I'll just use it on my side screen here. That'll work. Okay, so we're back in the game. So now we have all the slots numbered. We have the pattern. Oops, sorry. We have the pattern, and then we have the jugs. Okay, so I'm going to put the jugs on again. Right? And we'll see how they come out. That was the last one to go on. Let's put them in the same order we had before. So this one should be here, there. Keeps going to the spoon. That's how I know we're a little weird. Okay, 3. Go on. Let me in here. 4. Hello. Can you have the jug, please? Thank you. And then 5 should be around this side. This one. Okay. And that was the same order we took them off, so it should be the same order we have on the screen there. Top to bottom. So we'll just go like that. So with the letters on the slots, and we're going to go numbering on the jugs top to bottom. So that 1, 3, 4, 5. I think I see a problem. Okay. I got them backwards. That's okay. So, let's change this color to blue. And my writing is really not very good today, so I'm just going to go make it a little thicker. All right. And then this. And then, oops. Redo. Okay. And we'll get this puppy out of the way. So if we do that one more time, first jug should be at the top. Right? That seems to be a middle note. Higher. That's very wrong. For sure and for certain. So let's see. Top one again is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if anything, I have them reversed. Okay. So then, can I open a second window? Add another window? Can I add another one of these? Oh, nope, doesn't let me. Can I split this? Does not. Okay. So if I'm just gonna write numbers on the top then to correspond with the jugs on the side. So we're gonna go with 1. Oh, can't do that. Come on, pencil. Okay, we've got 1. Oh, are you not writing? Five 8.0. What's this? Is that a paintbrush? It might be a paintbrush. Cool, I can write in crayons. Nice. I didn't know that. Okay. Let's go back here. Very thick marking. Can we write on... Oh, maybe it's that it won't let me write outside the photo. Okay. That's probably part of it. So let's do it on this side. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Jugs top to bottom. Now, I know it's confusing a little bit, but we've got... If 1 was the sort of our center point, okay? We're going to go into really confusing here, just because I can. Let's go green. I will be interested in feedback on the sizing because, of course, if people are on phones, they're not seeing this. And I'm sorry, it's very, very tiny. Even with a triple monitor, it's still challenging. So we've got, so the first one is our best one. So then that's our standard point. Then 2 goes up from there. And this goes down, and then this one came up compared to the previous one. Okay, so let's see if this, so that looks decent, but we need the third one to go down by 2 steps at least, preferably 3. So the third one should be the deepest. 1, that's way high. Okay, so 2 is definitely wrong because 2 seems to be way up to the top. So let's go around here. Take 2 out because that 2 should probably be 4. The fourth one. So let's put it. So this one should go here. And that one will go there for now. Now let's see what happened there. So if this is still our center point. Did I miscount? Try again. So center point, lower, okay, higher, way high. Okay, so if this one becomes the first one, and throw that center, way low, a little lower, way high. That feels a lot better, but if that's the first one, okay, we should be having a higher note than that. So this one here is a little bit higher than this one back here. So first we need to switch those two. So let's put this one there. Did I just say this one was higher than the other one? Okay, so that means let's try taking this one out. Put that one there. And the third note should be the lowest. Let's try this. 4 should be the highest, and that should be central. Way down. Way up. To me, that looks right. Because you've got... So, I'm going to call it the jump from note 2 to note 3 double down. And then up to note 4 will be double up. It's a dance term, but we'll use it here. And then, because there's one in the middle, we'll just call it down. So we'll go. So start here, up, double down, double up, and that one. So that one does sound lower than the beginning one, right? These two. Now, the question is, which two are higher than each other? This one or this one? So I'm going to swap them and put them back and see what that does. So this one, higher, way low, okay, way high, yep. Huh. How are we supposed to get in this door? I'm just mystified. No bad puns intended. Because that's really frustrating me. I'm pretty sure that's the next piece we have to do. Like, it doesn't seem like we have to do anything else to it first. We've got all kinds of hints and materials that we've got like in front of us. Okay. Let's do a run around and just make sure that we didn't miss any other vases. Maybe there's one here that's wrong altogether. I don't know, because to me that looks like it should have gone there. So if I've got 5 vases here, so if I run around and I find any more, then that would explain a lot. Any more vases? They appear to all have a similar design, so I'm looking for the ceramic one. Okay. Didn't miss one here, did I? I wonder if that jug is supposed to come with us. So it looks like there's only 5 of those other things. 6 would completely throw everything out of the water, right? Okay, we didn't go down further, so maybe there's one. Oh, for Pete's sake, really? So now there's 6. But we only have 5 notes to work with. Wunderbar, and this is locked, right? I bet you I've got a key, but if this vase is the solution, as in like that's the problem, then I'm gonna be a little bit annoyed. So now we have 6, right? So we got a triangular based one that isn't even on here. But remember how I noted there are 6 strings, and if you take a look at the diagram on there, oh, where is it here? Do I have a drawing? Yeah, okay. Nope, that's not it. I want... nope. Yeah, this one. This one. Okay, so in my drawing of this, I noted... Let's do this in green. So if we do all these in green, and we've got string 1, string 2, string 3, string 4, string 5, and string 6. I'm calling them strings just because guitar, you know? It should be note 6, but whatever. So we have notes on... We've got notes on 4, 2, 6, 1, and 5. But what's super clear here is that number 3, there's nothing on it. So having 6 jugs, we should actually have to figure out which ones are higher than each other. So this is going to take a little longer than I expected because we now have to figure out which notes are which. Which jugs are which. Which is going to be pain in the patutski. So it's not about where things are. It's about which jugs we use, which one's higher, which one's lower. So I'm going to undo all of these numbers and letters and whatever. Okay. And instead, let's go with just the jug numbering. And I'm going to go 1 through 6. And I'm going to use the edge of this one so that we can still figure out where they go. But I'm going to use the numbers on the slots because it'll be, you know, what order the thing plays in. So it looks like, I think it goes, let's make this big. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So it goes 1 down in the bottom. Let's make this bigger. Okay, there we go. So 1 down in the bottom. Then we've got 2 on this bottom right side. Then we've got 3 up here, 4, and 5, right? Now these are slot numbers, not the string numbers. Okay. Now, I'm going to arbitrarily give us, instead of string numbers, where's my eraser? Hello? There we go. So I'm going to erase this biz. Come on, make you bigger. Ooh, object eraser, that'll work. So we got There we go, take that, take this, take that. Oh, whoops. Okay, and I want 1 black line back. You need to be smaller. Okay. So instead of object lines, I'm going to do, we're going to call those A through whatever. Now we're not going to do them in actual musical notation, because as I mentioned earlier, original musical notation actually has 5 lines to your staff, not 6, right? And so these are not going to correspond to guitar lines either. We're just going to be somewhat arbitrary because we can. Fair? Okay. So what did I use? Blue for that? Sure, let's go blue. No, green. Green. Okay. So once again, our lines are, got an A, B, C, D, E, and F. And those are not, once again, not musical notation in the real sense. Okay. So we've got the various jugs. Now I'm going to take them all off and play which one's going higher. How do I want to do this? Because we've got one that's not even on there. Let's start with the one that's not on there, just because. So we're going to go, what is it? 1 was here. Okay, so let's take these all off. 2, 3. Four. And I totally, for some reason, I totally forgot my kids were in the house. So I'm hearing them moving around upstairs and didn't close my door. Okay, so this one, that's the one we don't have a letter for. Or a number for, sorry. So we're going to call that jug 6, which is not appearing on that screen. So let's see what jug 6 sounds like. Okay. 6 is fine. So in comparison to 6, I'm starting from the bottom. So then I'm going to go see what, from that picture, jug 5 is like. Now I'm going to arrange them on this machine in note order. So if something's higher or lower, then we can move them around, and that will allow me to figure out which ones belong to which strings. Okay? Or which lines, I guess. Lines? Yeah, lines. Keep calling them strings, but I should call them lines. Okay, so let's see. Reference to the one that's not here. That's kind of frustrating, but whatever. So this one's higher or lower? Lower. Okay. So I'm trying to decide, do I want higher first or lower first? Let's go with... Let's go with lower first. It's probably a smarter way of doing it than I did before. So I'm just going to kill the reference pictures for just a moment. We really don't need that. This one. Okay, so for the moment, we've got... In the inventory, we've got this one was higher than this one. So we're going to put this one first. And then that one second. And let's see what we got. Let's go around. I don't think we really need to worry about which ones are which in our design yet. because I have to sort them by order. So 1 higher. Okay, that's way low. So then that one's going to be our new number 1. So round, triangle. Bum, bum, bum. Actually, let's put this, let's go higher to lower. So we can put this one over here. And then this one's second. And then we got, so this should be going higher, lower, lower still. And then let's see what we have now. Okay, let's get this jug here. So higher, lower, lower, way low. Okay. So now we have 2 jugs left. We only need 1 of them, but that, I think this tall, little skinny one I'm sitting on is really high. So let's try this one and see where it fits in the scheme. 1. Okay. Oh. So that one, and I think both of these need to move. Let's try this jug here. And this jug there. And let's try this one here. Just see what that does. One, two, three, four. And I think the one I've got in my inventory is the really high one. Okay, so what that does... Oops. Okay, so then what I want is, it's got a reference picture again, but a different one. Doody-doody-doo. Which reference do I want this time? References. Okay. So that one. Let's grab, okay, I need the window capture. All right. So what have I got in my inventory? I'm able to rig it, I think, in terms of what I've been holding when I pick up the next item. So if I go with the spoon, but I actually go and pick up things, then it should go next to the, yeah, okay. So let's put that back down. So if I go to my inventory, and I go up and I go jug, but I pick this up. There we go. Okay, so that should allow me to put them in note order, assuming that we've got these correct. Okay. Now we can only get 5 in a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, but we've noted on the picture, in the bottom left, sorry, that number, or the third one, whichever one, third from the top line, has nothing, like we don't use that jug. So that'd be the one I've been calling an hourglass is actually not used at all. So let's try and see if we can make the pattern. Now I'm going to need to, I don't think this one is being used. So I'm going to put it down just so that I can rearrange the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And save that. Oh, no. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to rearrange it like that, just so that I can then put something in between. Let's put this extra jug on, I don't know, in between the torches. Sure. Right? So then I'll pick this up, put it in there. So that should be the one we don't use. Now, if I listen to the numbers. And I can turn off this one. Okay, so if I look at that, oh, hey, you're not seeing it. Never mind. That might help. 5. There we go. Okay, so if I look at the design we had then, based on our, so if these are in order, then we want the highest one to be in position 4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Highest one, position 4. And then we want the first one, not first one, sorry, yeah, the first one to be, sorry, next below that one, there we go, that's what I'm trying to say. Next one below that one would be in position 2, it looks like. So let's try over here. Now we've taken out the one we shouldn't need. So let's see if we can work that out. So then the next one down would be position 1. And then the second lowest would be position 5. And the lowest should be position 3. Now let's see if that works. Aha! Jackpot! Wow, it took us far too long in that stream to get that far. Okay. So let's just shut off this reference thing for now, and we'll see what we need later. Okay, so we're in here. We're still looking for a crystal, right? So, like we were looking for a crystal like this to be able to take it. And that other one had a locked gate, right? I think. Where were we? Okay, that's where we came in from the boat. Okay. And then we went all the way through. Just before I go through there, let's run down here. I looked over here. Okay, we're looking for a crystal, right? Yeah, I can't take this one on the wall. All right. So let's go down this way. Yeah. Okay, that's a locked door. Okay, good. Okay. So I haven't missed anything at the moment. That's interesting because this is a vase shape, and we have... Oh, that's not the same shape. Okay. Okay, never mind. Let's get out of here. All right, go through this other door. Yay. Yippee. Okay, so once we go through here, what is this? Something... It's like something gets poured here, but I can't seem to... Okay, I hear water or something similar. But where does it go? Oh, sounds temporary. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's a temporary thing. Alright, so we don't know what we do with that, but it looks like we have to pour or put something in here to go into the water, like as an additive. I'm gonna bet it's that green sludge from earlier, but I could be wrong. Okay, so now we're through this door. As usual, I go to the left first. What's this? It's a... Oh, it's another recipe. Alright. Oops. Let's get out of here and try it again. Okay, there we go. Okay, this doesn't have a name, but brings dead things back to life, apparently. Or dead fauna back to life. Fauna? No, flora. Flora, yes. Okay. Okay, so... let's just see what we can do with this. And we've got that, so we don't use it for anything at the moment. Let's see anything else we can mess with here. There's more of this biz. I swear it looks like a composter, but maybe there's like bugs or something on it. Like little flying insects. Gross. That's gross and disgusting. Okay, so did we go through this door? Aha, more stuff. Okay. Flowers, plants. Oh, they have names. Okay, I might need that, so I'm going to do a sketch. Let's do this one first. And then that one second. I hope we don't have to do anything with that. Okay, and a key. Yay. Okay. And, this. Oh! Is there a vial that goes in here? Look at this. What does that do? Brushes things. Alright. It's probably where they got the flowers to become... What's this? This is more... Looks like it's tea. Something or other tea. Well, I don't think I really want to eat that. Or drink it either. Okay, sketching for sanity's sake. And there's another little, like lock type thing, so there's probably something going to happen with this device or something color-wise. And yeah, so something's happening with it. We've got a jug. Can't take the jug, but there's definitely something inside here that's going to happen, I suppose. Oh, this is where this looks like...
Ads are starting, which means it's break time. Thank you for your patience and stream support.
Alright, so you guys just saw what I saw, so I'm going to just quickly take a break for an ad, and then we'll come back. So let's hit the be right back. You guys know what we do here. And get this puppy on the road. Alright, so I should be able to play with it with you guys this round. I'm not messing with the iPad because we've got more to do there. Ads, ads, ads. It's not going to get me through to the second round. We might need another one because the ads are going to keep going. If there's 5 blocks, I might as well at least get 5 words. All right. Yeah, well, I knew that was going to happen. That's okay. That's okay. I'm looking for my restart button. I have a restart one. Where did I put it? Yeah, 1 round because ads have finished, and then we'll go right back to the game. Yeah, no go. No go. That's okay. It's all good. Some days you win, some days you lose, and other days your brain just doesn't want to work. That's all right. Looking back at the game just to make sure I've got everything on the screen that I want to have on the screen. Okay. So we're going to exit this one and get back to the live, you know, for what it's worth. All right, so we're in game Quern, and we've got some pictures of stuff. Now this, I see this here, and the paintbrush looks like it's been dipped in it. Now this is the color of stuff that fluoresces if I'm holding this glow thing, right? So I figured I should check the room. And floor? Oh, neato. And then as expected, Shazam. Another design. But it looks like a tick list, as in like they're taking a survey of some sort. Now I've seen those 4 words before across the top. They look like they're the 4 chemicals from the other thing. Great. From the lab. But I'm going to take a sketch of this and see what we can do with that. And I do like that we have that sketch ability. Okay, where am I here? And I'm going to take a screenshot as well because I have a feeling I'm going to be drawing on this. Can't spell. Okay, so that's with the glowy thing. But they've been clearly mixing pigments here. And I think that's with the crushed flowers. But nothing more I can touch in here at the moment. Now this might be... Do I put that here, maybe? Okay, I do. Yeah, I do. It fits beautifully. Let's hear this letter.
I often visited these gardens to relax and to admire the beauty of nature. The Dalmarians already separated and named all of the native herbs. I decided to keep their original names. You're probably wondering why all of these plants are dry, considering the unique attributes of the island. The truth is, they cannot wither naturally here, so I had to weaken them myself. It was necessary in order to force you to follow the path I've laid out for you. To be able to proceed, it is essential to find a way to revitalize these herbs. There's no reason to be worried. Just barely, but they are alive.
Okay, so you had to do stuff to make me have to work? Great. That pattern here, we recognize. More or less. I'm going to write that down on our pad. So let's see if we can erase everything we've worked on because we don't need any of that stuff anymore. Come on. There's a lot of... I could either undo, redo, or start from scratch. And start from scratch is probably the best move, but hey, I've got 60,000 undo button taps at the moment, so we're almost there. Okay. So I'm just going to write that down on our pad. We may need it later, but actually let's try, can I sketch that just to make it a quick reference? Let's see. Oh, it does. Huh. Wonder what that looks like. Notebook. No, not this one. This. Okay, so it does show easily. So what is that? All right, we're good. We're good. I'll worry about it later. Okay, so I can get that note. I have to revitalize the plants, right? Which referred to the thing I saw. Where's it here? Notebook. No. 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 This way, this way, this way. Didn't I take a picture of a sketch of that? Guess I didn't. There was another recipe that showed plants. Oh, I know what it was. It's this. So can I sketch that? Ah, I can. Okay. So this takes things from dead to alive, but I've got to get orange, red, purple, blue, and 2 times whatever this thing is. Whatever that thing is. H blah blah blah. Now, I mean, sketching it is kind of dumb because I could have actually just laid out the recipe, but, you know, we'll get there. And let's see, this, is it obvious what it uses? Okay, so that is the one that just showed up in the recipe we needed. But it looks like you need other plants to make them. Or it's twice as much the amount of whatever this is coming from some other plant. Now this one, the second from the bottom here, looks kind of like it's got a Spanish word. It looks a little bit like aroha, but I'm pronouncing it completely wrong. I don't speak Spanish. But this last bit at least reminds me of Spanish. Okay, so that's not helpful at the moment. I know that that goes there. It's as far as I can say at the moment. And this would be a red, but it doesn't say which one it comes from, unless it comes from these two. Okay, so back out here. We're still going to the left, right? Start over there. Still going to the left, we'll go over here. Let's start with this. Cabinets. Hey, it's a thing I could take. What's this? What is that? To be honest with you, aside from the fact that it's oval instead of circular, it looks to me a lot like a meatball maker, meatball former, or some sort of warped bug catcher. I hope I don't have to use that in the compost bins. Yuck. Can I do anything here? Okay, that's a cupboard that's going to open at some point. That looks kind of like an acorn shape. That's what I'm going to call it for now. But, yeah. And I see no more sparkles here, so I've taken the only thing that it wants me to do there. What is this? Can I? Is it plants? Plants? So he's purposely dried them out, but I should be able to revitalize them, I guess. I think that's what he's implying. With the correct mix of this stuff. So maybe I still have to figure out how to make it boil in that other, or heat in that other section. What is this? Do I want to scoop it? No. Do I want to? Nope. So I can do something with this thing, but not yet. Huh, okay. More plants that are nearly dead that I have to fix. Why? Just why, buddy? Oh, so I probably have to put whatever it is into the water system. Because I'm watching the pipe where the top comes out there. It goes in here, of course, but it also go in there. Yeah, it wraps around. And oh, and it's got sprinklers. Okay, so it's, yeah. So we have to put the additive in the water system so that it will sprinkle all the plants with the restorative. Okay, I could follow that as an idea. All right. Because everything around here looks pretty toast. Okay. So I guess I have to go to the alchemy lab and do that? But the question is, how do I get that part to work? Right, because we still need to be able to get a crystal to do its thing. Right? Yeah, that's pretty locked. Is there any hints down here? Or is this where my other funky knob thing goes? That's where the key goes. Okay, great. So let's use the key. Go through here and see what we can find. Okay, to the left first does nothing. Go up here. Hey, I'm on the other side of the bridge. I can make shortcuts. Excellent. Yay! So now I can make shortcuts across. Wonderful. Alright. Does that mean I need to for this puzzle? Okay, I'm loath to go back unless I need to. Actually, I'm looking at a couple of screen grabs of my sketchbook, and I'm thinking, if we jump really far back, take the shortcut across the bridge, and remember the keypad that this thing solved? Where is it here? This biz? I'm thinking if we put that code from the letter, this one, into the board, I wonder what it will do. So let's go figure that, because it's something fairly basic, and I wonder if it'll get us into something else that we need. Okay, so we need this. I'll go here. Okay. So if I have the letters code, let me write this down just because I'm having trouble remembering it. So I'm going to throw it on the iPad. Because we can, you know. Oh, I can zoom. Interesting. Okay, well, didn't know that. Nope, not that one. I need this one. Let's turn up this one on and that one off. All right. So what I'm going to do with that, we're going to go fat pencil again. I'm just going to write it as quick as I can and fat as I can. So we've got this with a cross in the top. My drawing is not great, but it's okay. And we'll go with that for the anchor bit. I've got a circle with a smaller circle, a line with a circle and an underline. So far so good. Okay, then we've got like a carrot shape with a dot and an underline. And then we've got like a backwards F thing. Close enough? All right. Then here, I can go down at the board and left to right try and enter those symbols. So we've got the anchor type arrow down, the circle with a circle on the left, then the thing with a line underneath, where's the carrot thing? Uh-oh, this one? Yeah, sure. This one, and like the backwards F. Oh, it does something. That's a door? No, that's not a door. What is that? Let's run over here. More buttons. Oh, joy. Joy! Right? Huh. Okay, maybe it's another one of those you need to figure out how to get them all on at once type puzzles. Yeah. Great. Okay, so this one and this one. But if I do that, it turns those two off. Okay. And then this one. Okay, and that one. And this. Okay, but if I hit that, turns those off. That one turns those ones off. And then this one turns off those two. Oh, whoops, too much. Okay. Oh, almost. I thought I had it. Right, because I did this. Turns off those three. Right, but that one. Okay, that does turn off the top and the left. If I need that one, returns those two. Is it always Y-shaped? Sort of. Okay. So this should be Y-shaped as well. Yeah. There's one that doesn't go Y-shaped. Okay, that's fine. Is it this one? No. 3. Okay. Gotta get 2 of them, sorry, 3 of them off. Okay, this is going to be a bit weird. That one reverses that. And I also have to reverse this one, so I'm trying to figure out which other branch. Those two, okay. Now this one here should turn off this one and this one, because it looks like they're all Y-shaped roads. Yeah, okay, that did work. But I want them back on. I put this one. Okay, now this one's gonna go off if I hit these two. So what do I want off? I did that one. Oops, nope, wrong one. This one gets those two. And that one gets those two. I just flipped the sides, that's not what I wanted. I want this. And I need to figure out which other one. Oh, it's that one. And that one. Okay, so I've got them all off. So if I turn that one on. And this one on. It's those three. Off. Yeah, okay. Off. Oops, nope, not that one. I want this one off, so I've got to figure out without that one on though. So that would be this one. So I can turn that one off to get those two on. And then I want that one on. So let's go like this. And then if I want that light here, it's attached to this one. So these two being side by side is a problem, right? I need it differently. So if I turn this one off, I get those two on. Then if I turn this one on, I get everything but the bottom. So then if it's one of the branches, that. Grr, where are we going here? Take 3 of them off. I don't want that. I'll take 3 of them off. Let's switch this. Try that one, and let's go this way, and oh no, wrong one. That way, and this one. So I figured out how to make the one piece move, but I haven't really figured out how to get them all on. There doesn't seem to be any independent one. So my question becomes then, if that's the case, which one is supposed to be off, right? I got them all off, so I should be able to get them all on. Right, there's 3 off. So it should be on. Actually, let's try them all off. On purpose. And that one. And this one. Oops. Okay. I have to chase it, unfortunately. Okay. Those 2. I'm always having to look at where the other sort of part of the Y shape is. Just did that one. So this will get that one on by itself, which is not what we want. That. And then this one. Good grief. Okay. So I have to chase this one down, basically. Turn that out. Get this one on. And if I hit that one, it does this. And this one will touch this one and that one. Those 2. See, if I turn off this, it gets all three, right? Which is not what we want. Need to be able to chase the dark one into a Y-shaped pattern so you can just hit up the opposite. But then you still have one light off, right? Let's try that. Oi. This one? Okay, so... like, it's quite literally a Y shape, so every time I hit this, it's going to turn on those, right? But if I hit this, it turns off this one and that one. Which is kind of weird. It's weird, but it's not weird, I guess. So that will take this one out and that one out. Which takes out this batch. Which takes out that one. Now we're back down to one again. So I should be able to reverse that, but then I get just one, right? Okay. Let's follow this around. So this one is a Y to that one. No, it's not. It's not a Y to that one. Well, it is, but it isn't. That sounds funny. From down here, if I trigger this one, it is. If I trigger this one, it's kind of not, really. Let's try that one off. Let's make those two. Okay, so I'm chasing this one down. Let's flip that. Hit this one. Flip this one. Then we'll flip that. To switch this one. To switch that one. So now we're all on again. To switch. And I need one off to be able to get this one on. Yeah, so we're down to one. The question then is which one it needs to be off, I suppose. So I keep fighting with it to get them all on, and what if I'm not supposed to? Should I do this? And then... these are challenging. Very, very challenging puzzles. Boink. That. Let's try. That'll take the top one off. Then I can switch this one to get those two. Switch this one again. So that one's off. So maybe there isn't an all on. Or unless... I can get a third one off, actually. So this. Okay, I have 3 off. So I need to chase those 3 into the correct positions. Can I do it this way? No, it's 4. Okay, I don't want 4 off. Chase that one. But 3 off. I don't want that. I do want 3 off, but not those. 1, 2, 3. No. I'll work for this one, which will turn these 2 on. Turn those 3 off, maybe? That's too even. Goodness gracious, game. Off? Now, this one should be... It'll switch, though, so I don't want that. Chase? Oh, it's 2. That's 3 side by side. This one. Sort of yes, but not quite yes. That one. Okay, we got them split. Let's go off. On. Off. Aha! And on. Got it! Yay! That's a saving game in the corner. Excellent. Alright. Wahoo! Oh, my tab went to sleep. That's okay. Let's just close that for a second. Okay. So we're in here. We got in. Yay. What's this? Paper? Okay, we've got red crystals going on. What does this do? I can take it. Oh, I can take it. Yay. So that'll probably power the other thing. That probably explains the charred remnants here. With... Yeah, okay. So if I was to... Does it show anything blue here? Not in this room, okay. What about orange? Do you do anything? No. Okay. So we've got this crystal thing. Let's go back to the other lab. And see if we can get the whatever you might call it thing to start bubbling and brewing whatever it's supposed to brew. Alright. Got 10 minutes left in today's stream. So let's see what we can do with it. So we have a crystal. Can I... Let's activate that. And then take this thing and put it here. Bubbling and brewing, yay! But we're going to need this jug back there for stuff to go there, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that up? Did I just mess that up? It drained. Uh-oh. Where did it drain to? What are you doing? Wood fumes. Wood fan. Where does that go? Is that just a metal thing to... Where do these fumes go? Up and away of some sort. Ooh. That's not good. Yeah. Huh. Well... Look, I can hear it making noises, right? Take the crystal off, it stops. This seems to be a lens of some sort. But what it's doing, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's a protector? Oh, hang on a sec. Oh! Okay. So it lit up green lights, whatever those do. But I appear not to be able to get there yet. Huh, okay. Well, let's put that thing back then, at least. But that's not going through to the one up top. This doesn't appear to be. It lit the fire. I'm gonna take it because I think it might actually work elsewhere. But nothing happened in the jug. Okie dokie, well. Oh, whoops. Where was I? I think I was over here. Where did I put? Is that on the other side? I put the, excuse me. I put the, tube. Nope, not there. The, thing in here, I think, and then I left it. Yeah, let's grab this. I think I need it. So I'm not entirely sure what the measuring spoon's for, but I think let's make this one. So let's go with one green, one yellow, and 2 of that. So or maybe it's not. TAXS. What is that one? I don't know what that is. Okay, let's start with, we need one of these, and that's the farthest. That's this one. Let's put the tube here. Can we hit this? Ah, okay, so we've got a tube. Can I get it full? Nope. Okay, now I take this, and what do we do with it? Let's put it in here, I guess. Close the stupid drain thing. Okay. Put that in there. Okay, what else do we need? We can't get that one. How many do we need of these? JHES. It's this one. Oh, wait a minute, no. Don't have the tax whatever thing, so maybe we can't do that recipe. What about this one? But 2 of these. Okay, so 2 of those. Let's do it again. Okay, we know we can put stuff in here, so that's good. We've got 2 of those. And orange, red, purple, and blue. So 1 orange, 2 red, 1 purple, 2 blue. Okay, 1 orange, 1 orange, 2 red, that's 1 red, 2 red, let's see, 1 purple, 2 blue. Okay, so we got 1 purple, and then 2 blue. I'm gonna go with blue with that. Okay. This one. And this one. Okay, now what do I do with this? Let's hope I did it right. This. Okay, so I'll take that. And let's go and jam that in the flower machine thing and see if it will make everything happier again. So over here, I'm gonna take this and pour it in there. And then I'll turn this on. And things get happy again. Yes, okay. They do. Excellent. That's pretty, by the way. Okay, so far so good. Now, what do I need to do with this? So this one seems to be done, but I still have the recipe, so I'm a little concerned. But do we have a recipe for... Looks like we're going to be making more of something, whatever the something is. Oh, hang on a sec. This thing. So we're out of this. So we need to figure out what to get. So we got Set Zen. We'll go with that one. That's this blue flower. We need one of those. So we'll squish that. So how do we take it? What do we do? Can't burn it. This thing maybe? Oh. Okay. Sure. So we've got... That's full of blue flowers now. So if I put that here... Oh, I used the thing. Whoops, hang on a sec. I have to put the thing in there. Now I can squash it. Oh. Shush. I squashed it, but I need the vial back. Do I have the vial? Where's the vial? Hey. Vial, vial, vial. Do I have the vial? Yes. Put that here. Oh, phooey. Yeah, okay, I did that backwards. Gotta do it again. Flower thing. Let's do it again. Boop. Give me the flowers. Go back in here. And I put the flowers there and squash them. How much? Oh, whoops. Whoops. Okay, what did I do here? This. Yeah. I'm on the way of making the wrong thing. Shoot. I only wanted one, and I've got two. Like I'm making this extra one. This other one. It's not what I want. So how do I empty it? Could I just take this out and reset it? Oh, no. Okay, well maybe I can do it proportionally. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, where's that thing again? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I won't be able to make it right. Sova Nooch, whichever that is. That was XOVA. That's what it looks like. XOVA NEWJ-ish. None of these seem to be that name. Cheapers. Okay, well, I've got some stuff to work on. But the next day you'll see me is actually on Saturday. Because Saturday's next stream is actually going to be our stream weekend. And our stream weekend will be a totally different game. We're going to be playing Down the Rabbit Hole Flattened. So that'll be a little different. Yeah, I don't know what this one is. Or are these berries? Huh. If I use the thing on the berries, burp, what do I have? Berries. Well, I have berries, clearly, but I'm just thinking, do the berries actually correspond to anything? Yeah, they do. Okay, so maybe if it's something I don't want, is that what I compost? Aha. Okay. So it's the trash can, basically. Yellow, blue, surrounded berries. Huh, okay. So before I racked my brain over this one, we should really get out of the game and get back in here, just something visual, something interesting. Nope, not that one. We were dealing with this mess. So we got that puppy to work with. So, yeah, we've got a few things to work on, but I will see you guys on Saturday. So let's find someone to raid to and call this one a done deal and rack more brains over it next week, I guess. Maybe next week, maybe a week after. We'll see how it goes. While I'm enjoying this one, I know I do need to get back into Minecraft. That's where, you know, bread and butter and everything else belongs. So let's find someone lovely to raid. And who is live today? We have... Nobody's playing this game, which is probably a good thing for me at this point. But let's see... I could go way out in the field and do Zelda, but this person doesn't talk too much. Okay, I think we're gonna go join Groova. He's been up for about an hour and 42, but he's playing Bedrock Minecraft, and I don't know what he's actually doing, but his title says he's back from holiday, and what is Minecraft again? So we're gonna raid him, and then we shall see you guys on Saturday. So let's start that raid. Oh, a minute. Sorry, I made one other mistake. This one... and that, and we're just going to... There we go. Alright, so let's raid into Groova and get that one going.
Mischief managed.
Yeah, I don't know about mischief managed. It definitely tried to manage me. So if you're the sort that likes emotes and raid messages, they are there on the screen for you. Of course, top is for subs, bottom is for everybody else. And I want to say thanks to everybody who came in today and to Fantastic Sherlock Fox for being our moderator. We had a half-decent time today. Also, thank you very much to Zach for dropping by. And we are off to see Groova Guy. So, yeah, I guess we'll just get to it. So have yourselves an absolutely fantastic day. We shall see you for Stream Weekend on Saturday. Keep your ears open, eyes open, and look for more details on who is starting when, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.
Transfer complete.